Aloha and welcome back to the Magnum PI prop series. Today I'm going to highlight 3 screen accurate props that were seen inside the estate guest house throughout the production of Magnum. Now these 3 items were all seen inside the guest house main living room, and I'm going to take just a few moments and discuss what each item is, how it was used in the show, and then I'll match up each item with some screenshots from the show. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay, our first piece to discuss is this bronze and wooden sculpture. And it was a piece that was created by C. Gere, or sometimes it says Curtis Gere on the badging. This was actually a company that was founded by 2 individuals in 1963. Their names were Curtis Frailer and Jerry Fales, and they just kind of combined their first names, Curtis and Jerry, the C and Gere, and that's what you'll see on the badging of the art that they created. They started a company called the Artisan House, and kind of their mission statement was to create gallery quality art for the masses. And this piece wound up on the set of Magnum. I believe it was in season 4 or 5. And you would always see it sitting back on this console table back here in various positions. And kind of take a look at the piece here. It's quite heavy. And it kind of matches this screenshot here from Kiss the Saber. And we'll take a look at a few more screenshots here. And look at that, that's almost identical. And this is a screenshot from Little Girl Who. Another one from a girl named Sue, sitting there next to the lamp. And one more from Transitions, kind of matching this picture as well. Our next item to discuss is this little wooden carved box. And this little box was produced by the Flemish Art Co out of Brooklyn, New York. And can't find a whole lot about the item. Looks like it is item number or product number 682. And we'll go back here just a bit to that shot. And here you can see it again sitting on the console table. And this box can be seen in, I believe, all 8 seasons of Magnum. Seasons 1 through 3, the Buck Henshaw years. Buck Henshaw was the set designer for the first 3 seasons of Magnum. And in the first 3, you'd see it back here on this console table, and from time to time you'd see it on the coffee table as well. And then season 4 was when Rick Romer took over set design, and it pretty much stayed on the console table for the rest of the series. And we'll look at a few of these screen grabs from Black on White. This is a screenshot from Who is Don Louis Higgins. And kind of interesting, you've got the wooden box, the Curtis or C. Gere tennis player that we just discussed. And then here's the little penguin from my previous prop video. And we got another screenshot. This is from Old Acquaintance. Still back there. And lastly, screen grab from Death and Taxes. The box is turned sideways here. You get kind of a look at the end of it with a flower on the side of it. We'll take a look at these. is opened up from behind and from the side, kind of matching what you're seeing here. Our third and final prop to discuss is this modern looking ashtray. And you get a shot of it here in a screenshot from No Need to Know. And also get a shot of Magnum's telephone here, his GTE telephone that I kind of highlighted in the very first prop video that I made. But this ashtray, it was produced by Maru Trend Pacific Incorporated out of Los Angeles, California. And it was designed by Isamu Kenmuchi. And he was a well-known modernist designer out of Tokyo, Japan. Became kind of well-known after World War II. And this ashtray could be seen in, I think, seasons 1 through 4. And this was the 6-inch version. You would also see sprinkled around the Guesthouse, there would be 2 smaller versions. I think it was a 4-inch and a 2.5-inch version of this ashtray. Thought it was kind of funny because, obviously Magnum didn't smoke, but I guess Robin Masters felt it necessary to have them in the Guesthouse in case he had guests in there that did smoke. I'm not really sure. They would eventually disappear for good, I think, around season 5, once Rick had taken over. And we'll take a look at some of these screenshots. Yep, there it is. This is from Maui to Moscow. Again, the 6-inch version sitting down there on the coffee table. Screenshot from arrow that is not aimed, and actually sitting back here on the console table. And one more. This is the return of Luther Gillis, and you can just kind of see the side of it there sitting on the coffee table. Again, Magnum's phone. But I always wondered, how did these items make it onto the set? Did the set designer just have a budget that they were able to go out and just pick what they felt would look good on the set, or were these companies that produce these items, did they reach out to the network or to Universal to try and have their items showcased on the show? My guess is it's probably a combination of the two, but yeah, perhaps someday I'll be able to get in touch with Rick Romer and kind of pick his brain. Sadly, Buck Henshaw is no longer with us. Yeah, it's definitely a mystery. I'd love to know how that all worked. And that will conclude this episode of the Magnum PI Prop Series. Hope you enjoyed this look at 3 more pieces of the puzzle that helped create the Magnaverse. And if you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. And lastly, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.